Hello everyone and welcome to another exciting episode of the W2 Report. Today we are going to take a look at Earth 2 in an Earth 2 Extravaganza. To read us off the ground rules, we are going to turn it over to Lord Cracker Squirrel.
Rule number 1, don't be a dick. If you have questions, please refer to rule number 1.
And I know that we're getting older and stuff like that, but once you hit a certain age, we become unimpressed by a lot of shit. Or so says Leonardo DiCaprio here in today's meme.
I agree. You
So
tend to look at a lot of shit very skeptically after 3 or 4 decades. Or at least you should.
So today we are going to discuss rating. We are going to discuss the lore of Earth 2. Some not so much as others. So with that out of the way, should we tackle lore first, or should we tackle the rating?
I'm actually most interested in avoiding what they call lore, but we're gonna get there anyway, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Sigh.
Okay, while we do that, sorry about that, folks.
Is actually yeah, lore.
Let's start with you know what? Why not? Let's start with lore.
Oh.
Alright, I'm going to read you the lore. Huh?
Why must you torture me, Sanjin?
Because
you're
the one not wanting to talk today.
Well, doesn't mean I can't give you shit. Because that's what you hired me for. Never mind if you stop paying me.
Oh, never mind. I start paying you.
All right.
Let's go with the lore. And I have the lore video up on a separate screen, so we can read along with Shane Isaac. As degrading as that man's voice is, that's just a professional opinion.
As the man's voice is.
That's just a professional opinion. Don't take it the wrong way.
I have questions.
Yeah. So let's start with the lore. When the pioneers also known as the first landowners from Earth 1 started to operate the first mentars, strange signals were caught during the interwork tethering communication between other mentars. At first it seemed some kind of frequency interference or fault in the tethering process, but many doubted the possibility of seemingly perfect mentars being faulty in this way. After all, they were the only piece of pre-existing technology the pioneers had been able to discover on Earth 2, and many thought of them as a direct gift of perfection from the creators themselves. These strange signals became amplified when detecting and collecting ether. Upon further investigation of the signals, findings showed that what was first thought to be a rogue radio signal turned out to be a different kind of electromagnetic microwave operating on a narrow beam but had been modified somehow and unlike anything that had been seen before.
Stop.
It seemed that the...
Wait. You can pause that. Okay, microwaves are part of the electromagnetic spectrum. They're up on the other end of the UV range. What the unholy fuck? Somebody explain that to me. How do you get a microwave that isn't electromagnetic?
Oh,
I want to know.
We have questions, obviously.
There are a great many questions, none of which are likely to be answered, because
at least not by Shane Isaac.
Here is, well, not good.
Continuing on.
Okay, carry on.
It seemed that the Mentars had already had this built-in ability to intercept these transmissions, which appeared to be originating from an unknown place within the Metaverse. The content of the signals intercepted by the Mentars revealed some insights into their possible origins when the pioneers first discovered the Mentars output data from the transmission resembling strands of DNA. Though there are some similar... Alright.
I'm confused. How did... I sense an enormous amount of what the fuckery.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand. This is word salad.
Yeah, it is.
And it's not even tasty word salad. Could we at least be tasty about the word salad? That would be great.
Okay, continuing on. Though there are similarities within the DNA of the pioneers, there are also other clear abnormalities. Following this discovery, the pioneers soon discovered different variations of the DNA strands, each being clearly distinguishable from one another. All evidence suggested that there was a clear connection between the signal and ether, especially when high concentrated amounts of ether existed. The pioneers began conducting various experiments, attempting to combine the data DNA strands with captured ether. Unforeseen reaction was instantaneous. Virtual life forms such as trees and plants seemed to rejuvenate when in direct proximity of the experimentation area. The pioneers interpret this as a promising sign of new types of photosynthesis of vegetation inside this new virtual world. I'm going to stop. I have questions. How in the unholy fuck does microwave produce photosynthesis?
I don't know. I don't know what. I'm not sure what. I'm not even sure where he's going with this. Where is the going of with this? I have questions. I don't understand, and I really wish I did. Actually,
mean,
it's not a question of wishing I did. I wish I was ignorant enough of all of the things that this made sense.
yeah.
If you know anything about anything, you're looking at shit like it's gone stupid.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what's happening here.
Continuing on. But one pioneer remained unconvinced that this was the only use of the new discovery and began to conduct a range of unconventional experiments, including one which redirected the transmission data directly onto the core processor of a hollow projector, technology this pioneer claimed to have never used, as they believe hollow projections were useless. What the?
Lies and fabrications. He claims to have never used it, but suddenly he has all the information he needs to apply phlogiston directly to the processor chip of a hollow projector. I find that difficult. Rude.
All right, continuing on.
Lies and damned lies.
When the pioneer looked at the visual that began to form during the experiment, further panic arose when an otherworldly life form appeared in the hollow projection itself. The appearance of a life form was unfamiliar, and although it seemed passive and harmless, the vision of this foreign being drove the pioneer away to the verge of insanity, claiming alien races were hidden in the signal and were coming to sabotage and steal the land he rightfully owned.
Bullshit. Drink.
When the
holy shit. No, it's a hollow projector, dude. What you're seeing is shit you put there. You put it there. You had to have put it there because a hollow projector is an inanimate object. It doesn't think things. It doesn't have its own imagination. And it would take years by microwave to transfer any kind of a living being, because you're still talking about gigabytes.
Yeah.
Okay. You're way out beyond the frequency range for radio signals, shit like that. Yeah, you're wrong. You are absolutely 150% doing it wrong.
Yeah.
No. Bad Shane. No biscuit.
Of course not. So, continuing on. When the others refused to listen, the pioneer, the first of those who become the unnamed, sold his land to other pioneers and forever cursed Earth too and its existence, although he had profited greatly in the sales of his land. One pioneer's lost.
Okay. There is stupid here. Once again, there is horrifying stupid. He sold it to others knowing it was cursed. What the fuckery? You don't do that.
You burn it.
Why are you fucking people over? If you think it's cursed, you don't do that.
You find a way to destroy it.
The writing. I hurt. I hurt very badly.
Yes. We are hurting. And we're barely 4.5 minutes into the video.
Oh, you would cut it. How long is that video? Like
7 minutes? The lore clip was 7 minutes. But the stuff that we have is over an hour.
Yeesh.
We're not going to show you all of it. Granted.
I wouldn't. But this is what they say. This is what passes for lore in some bunny's world.
Well, I would like to credit that some of this word salad belongs to Wolfgang Walk.
Again,
some of this is like his language.
Okay. First off, whoever it was that wrote this, and their editor, because I'm almost certain there had to be one.
Hmm.
How about you do us a favor and don't give up your day job? Seriously, okay? It's not just word salad in technological or science on the science level. It's wrong grammatically. I
Yeah.
mean, there is no circumstance under which this actually works. And now I need to like shut the fuck up and mute my microphone, so that you can actually get through it. I will try and endure the pain until after.
Let us do it.
But it's not. But we're gonna do it anyway.
But one pioneer's loss is another pioneer's gain, and others vowed to be patient and humble and continued forth. This discovery led the other pioneers to the beginning of synthesizing life forms inside of Earth 2. Some speculated that these advanced electromagnetic microwaves were coming from other worlds inside the metaverse that had learned about the creation of Earth 2 and were attempting to inhabit it. It appeared that those even it appears as though they lacked the technology or power to directly travel to Earth 2 in their physical form, irrespective of what some may thought. The pioneers had arrived first and had begun their conquest for dominance over this new virtual planet. And as humans tend to do, they started looking for ways to exploit the DNA strands from the mysterious transmissions in hopes of creating an efficient labor force for their properties, as the vision seen by the first of the unnamed was indeed an otherworldly life form.
Oh, goody! Virtual slaves!
Through much trial and error, the pioneers learned that there was much that they did not yet know about the Mentar, how it operated. The Mentar had clearly detected this transmission and therefore may hold the key of what should be done with the data. This avenue led them to discover a new chamber within the Mentar, which provided some kind of synthesizing technology that could relay the intercepted microwave transmission into this chamber while infusing it with just the right amount of ether from their storage banks. Results were both incredible and alarming. With this new synthesizing chamber, something started to grow, first as an embryo and then larger, and in fact it was becoming a life form. Over time it grew into a full being, some similar to the appearance of humans, others very different. There was an instant bond with the Mentar, and the first words to come from this first civilian were duly noted as Ra. As my witness, I entered this realm to serve. Age of civilians has begun. Although their first words suggested otherwise, synthesized civilians seem to show no recollection of their origins or their purpose on Earth 2. Some pioneers felt the civilians should be monitored closely, as they believed that Earth 2 could be a target of these otherworldly factions due to their abundance of life, power, and resources. Ether and essence have the ability to, amongst other things, sustain life and power, and although there is inconclusive evidence to say for sure why the DNA of factions are becoming transmitted toward Earth 2, many feel the purpose is to be closer to the magic ether and essence provided to the metaverse, that the jewels that amplify them as a control of ether and essence brings ultimate power. All reports that civilians are within Earth 2 are loyal to players and pioneers and play like a key role in the management or improvement of a vast array of functionalities. They are capable of working at different places, performing different tasks, and together they can achieve goals that may require one or many of the same skill set. Civilians and dwellers seem to be members of various factions come across the metaverse. These factions may have their own specific appearances, cultures, and beliefs, which may prevent them from getting along with others. But for now, it seems, with the absence of many specific memories, they tend to coexist with one another. It has been established that civilians are quite intelligent beings, having the capability of learning new skills and obtaining higher knowledge. They are suitable to be put to work in a very wide variety of occupations. However, their intelligence may pose a risk that is yet unknown. If they can learn, can they also forget? Or can they use their newfound knowledge and skills to pursue ulterior motives? Or perhaps this is the only human trait, and civilians treated well will be forever remain loyal. They do, however, exhibit signs of need, behaviors, or even preferences, different types of tasks and vocations. Although it's still unknown about them, civilians are of great assistance to a pioneer, providing help to run their properties, control their fleets, report information, unlock abilities, and much more. In the foreseeable future, it seems that it is much better to be walking with your own civilians than without. What in the hell did I just read?
Is that it? Was that the end of
That
it?
was it. That was it. And then I'm going to let this video play out for the remainder of the live stream.
I feel
all right.
holy fuck was that? The sad part of it is he used a couple of hundred words to say nothing.
Yeah.
To say absolutely nothing of consequence. He's telling the story of these quote-unquote civilians, but apparently civilian is synonymous with slave?
Yeah. And then this phrase right here. All reports that civilians within Earth 2 are loyal to players and pioneers and play a key role in the management or improvement of a vast array of functionalities. They are capable of working at different places and performing different tasks, and together they can achieve goals may require one or many of the same skill set. That is function, not lore. And then this slap in the face. And then this slap in the face to scam tubers or even Nameless himself.
Well, if this is your idea of a story for a role-playing game, you're stuck.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't tell us, that tells us almost nothing. Our first pioneer was doing weird experiments. Well, okay, what the fuck ever. You know, if you're doing the black magic thing, if people think that you're being all weird and shit, then maybe you shouldn't be doing that in the first place. I want to know how they're making all of this shit function out of fucking software.
Who knows at this point?
Because that's what they're doing. They're creating. They're not creating life forms. They're building software.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's all there is. I don't know what the hell they think they're on, and something tells me I don't want to know. Because that shit's retarded.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on? I don't know, and I don't think they do either. So what's this other topic we've got going on here, dude?
Rating.
What?
Earth 2 decided to punish players who are punish players who are inactive on the Earth 2 platform. Mm-hmm.
They dare.
Yeah. Here's how. You remember when Earth 2 bought 5 Studios Interactive?
Yes. I remember there being a huge freak out about it.
Yeah.
Because that was fucking obnoxious in the extreme.
Well, it just so happens that they are using, quote, drones to, shall we say,
Do the things.
do the things. Kind of ironic because Earth 2 kind of doesn't have Jack and shit when it comes
Yes, it does,
to.
but Jack left town.
Yeah, he's off with Diane.
Or Meg, or Heather, or Pete, or whatever else was flying around up there.
Yeah. Well, Earth 2 decided to and make a couple of announcements with word salads and stuff like that. And essentially, what raiding actually is you can harvest ether from other players who are, quote, inactive. But there's two main points of contention here. One is, how long does Earth 2 determine somebody's active?
Yeah, how long is it? Yeah, that would be my first question. How long is it between the time that you last logged in and the time they consider you inactive? That could be as little as 3 hours. Actually, it could be as little as 30 seconds after you log off.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you might want to clarify that a little bit, peoples. Come on, the peoples. You don't know. You will not tell us what you'll talk about. We need to know these things.
I probably think one reason.
You probably think. You probably think. I find that unlikely too.
I think of one possible reason why they're not telling us how long before they declare somebody inactive.
Probably because it's immediately after login or log off.
No. It's probably because we are sitting right here discussing it right now.
Oh, of course.
And if they told us how long before an active person becomes inactive, then we would be sitting right here complaining about it because that is the thing that should not be.
Well, this whole thing is the thing that should not be. So we're just gonna go with that. I have a hard time believing that Shane is quite this stupid. No, wait, no, I don't. I know exactly what the hell he's doing. Because you could. Here's a hypothesis.
Mm-hmm.
What is preventing him from putting up some sort of I don't know. Let's see. Some sort of rule thing, or some sort of a subscription thing, where if you where you can pay him to increase the length of time it takes before you become inactive. Because if it came down to a situation where monetization, where we're trying to monetize a thing, that's what I'd do.
Good point.
That's what I'd do if I was absolutely adamant about monetizing every fracking thing. That's what I'd do. Just to make things difficult for them.
Mm-hmm.
Make life all that much more hateful.
Now I'm going to stop this video in a second and replay it. But There is one little point of contention that we're having here.
Which is,
How in the unholy fuck does Shane Isaac have the right to use Mapbox data in creating his Earth?
I don't know.
It's not supposed to.
Obviously,
Here we
because
go.
that stuff's not designed for commercial use. Maybe
Here we
he,
go.
maybe we'll get him to make the argument that, well, it's all in the public domain. I mean, it's just a map of the planet. There's billions of those, and they still copyright that shit.
Mm-hmm. And welcome, Thomas, to the live stream.
Hello, Thomas.
He reports Earth 2, Cubs 1.
Earth 2, Cubs 1. No, actually, I'm thinking we're looking for Cubs. We're looking for Cubs 30 million, Earth 2. Okay. Because
Well,
the level of competency we're getting out of this is, well, zip, zero, and zilch.
mm-hmm.
I recommend that you go back, Thomas, and look at the and look at their and look at the thing they call that they seem to think is lore. Sanji even read it for you. It you know, dulcet tones. No, I will not be. I will not tell you what the last word of that sentence is.
Mm-hmm. I honestly think that with Cubs don't have that good of a batting coach.
That's a thing. It is. It's really a thing.
Honestly, there's stuff going on with Earth 2 right now that it seems like, are you shitting me? It's that much level of stupid. Raiding with drones. Okay, fine.
You can ring my bell.
Ring my bell. Raiding with drones, taking resources, or rather taking ether as of now. Resources coming soon. And just we're unimpressed by this shit. So we have drone taking ether, resources coming soon. We have lore, as if this was a fucking RPG, and it's not. And we're officially declared at phase 2.5. Remember, folks, there were originally 3 phases. There was the Echo Sim.
Supposedly 2.5.
Yeah, there was an Echo Sim. There was supposed to be something else in the middle, and then the VR game with graphic fidelity as good as Red Dead Redemption, which is impossible with today's technology.
Yeah, they were they were originally screaming that it was going to be Ready Player One, which is never going to happen.
I think we're about ready to wrap this up, don't you think?
Uh, yeah, I think we're actually good now.
All right, on behalf of Lord Crocosquirrel, I am Sanji Himura. Thank you for watching.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to both channels.
Yep. And we will see you on the next W2 report, which will be hotcakes.
Ooh, hotcakes.
Is it even going to be Ready Player One? Well, who knows at this point?
The answer to that question is no, it won't.
Well, anyway, we will
not
see
get to
you.
that point. The computer technology, we don't have the technology to do that now.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we're barely getting RTX technology now. Well, anyway, folks, we will see you next week for hotcakes, and we have at least one or two different stories for you to discuss on hotcakes next week. But we'll get there when we get there. Until then, I am Sanji Himura. We will see you next time.